All right, there it goes. There's our 4.
Hi, my name is Ayla Ritz, and I'm a retired chess player. Retired might sound a little funny for someone that's a little bit young, but I like the way it sounds. Retired sounds a lot better than I quit, doesn't it? But that's exactly what happened when a childhood chess tournament changed the way that I look at life. Now, how might a child be interested in kind of a geeky, complex game like chess, you might ask? Well, I wasn't really. It was more motivated out of vengeance. My stepdad, who later became my stepdad, was dating my mom at the time, and I wasn't exactly excited about the rigid bedtime schedules that were imposed and the fact that macaroni and hot dogs were no longer acceptable dinner every night of the week. So we didn't get along too well, and he offered to teach me chess. He said that there's no luck in chess, that it's all you. I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to get back at him and actually beat him. So I started learning chess, and I began to get very good at it. I learned all the critical thinking skills that you need, learned how to plan, to organize, things that you use in life too. And it became kind of a bonding thing for our whole family. And so that was when I was 6, and then when I was 11, I had the opportunity to be in a chess tournament. Now, I really didn't want to go, and was kind of hoping that my parents would just forget what day it was and what time the chess tournament was. Of course, that didn't happen, though. And sure enough, I find myself in this school cafeteria basement, and the turnout for kids was huge. I didn't think that many people would be there. And the age bracket was 5th through 8th grade. So I'm at the bottom of the age bracket, and almost everyone there are boys. So I'm entirely intimidated and sit down at the table at the first round. Well, I win the first round, and I'm so glad and thinking to myself, well, at least I haven't entirely embarrassed myself right now by getting out the first round. And then I felt the same after the second. And in the third and fourth round, I began to gain confidence and felt pretty happy about my performance. Well, then I get to the semifinal table, and everyone that was participating in the tournament that's been eliminated is surrounding the tables now. They're all staying to watch. And it was became even more of a situation where there was a lot of pressure. Well, I win that round, and then I'm sitting across from this giant 8th grade boy at the final table, and there is nowhere to even breathe practically. The whole table is surrounded by spectators. They're sitting there hushed, waiting for anything to happen. And this boy is trying to stare me down, and I can tell he's nervous, just like I am. But he uses this move that was the previous opponent had used, and so I used the same strategy, and it ended up winning the tournament. I was so excited, my parents were excited, and no one could believe that the little 5th grade girl from Clear Lake Elementary had won the whole tournament. But then that elation quickly turned into fear. I realized that that was going to be expected of me again if I continued to play chess. And I didn't want to be in that position again. Like, what if I failed? What if I got put in that position? How mortifying would it be if I had lost? So I learned the biggest lesson of all when I quit. Bobby Fischer, the great chess player, says, psychologically, you have to have confidence in yourself, and that confidence should be based on fact. Well, I began to stop trying things, and I was so afraid of failing that I never developed that confidence in myself as I started to perpetuate this trend my whole life, where I didn't try to make new friends, or I didn't try out for a sport because I thought that the other kids had been doing it for so much longer. So why try if I wasn't going to be good at it, if there was a potential for embarrassment? And instead of the fear going away, it just grew. And I was unable to get past the point where I had no confidence in myself. So eventually I saw this trend in my life, and it continued for a long time. And I realized that I needed to start trying at things and putting myself out on the line. So slowly but surely, I began to apply the skills that I learned in chess and my talents to grow as a person. An amateur 19th century chess player, Henry Thomas Beckel, once said, "Sir, the slowness of genius is hard to bear, but the slowness of mediocrity is insufferable." After seeing the mediocrity play out in my life after I became a retired chess player at age 11, I've learned this. Fearing and quitting is far worse than trying and losing. Thank you.
good.